So hey guys, my name is Manshu, and in this particular video I'm gonna show you how we can create an amazing and beautiful money making WordPress blog by just drag and drop. And yes guys, by drag and drop I mean that you don't have to write a single bit of code and you're gonna create an amazing and beautiful site which your visitors and subscribers are gonna love it. So basically for creating these sites we use a CMS tool which is known as WordPress. With the help of few clicks and just drag and drop we are able to create an amazing site. And guys, if you don't know about WordPress or anything, just don't worry, I'm gonna explain you each and everything step by step in this complete tutorial. But prior to that I'm gonna show you which is the exact site which we are gonna create in this tutorial. So basically, as you can see in the screen, this is the exact site which we are gonna create with the help of WordPress and a theme known as Blocksy theme. So Blocksy is basically one of the best and free WordPress theme provided by creativethemes.com. And why do I say best is because the amount of features and the amount of customization provided by this theme is really phenomenal, and I will show you about all the features of these themes later in the video. So basically my plan was to explain you all the Blocksy features, but then I thought instead of explaining you each and every features step by step, I should better create a site and show you all the features simultaneously so that it can serve two purposes. One, you can learn how to create a site, and second, you can learn all the important and almost every features of the Blocksy theme simultaneously. So enough talking, let me show you the exact site which we are gonna create in this tutorial. So basically this is a site which we are gonna create in this video. So in the top you can see we have a logo section here at the left side, and at the right side we have again two sections. One is the all the pages, and the second is the search bar. You can see the search bar is also extremely beautiful, and we can customize each and everything of the search bar as well. I'll show you later in the tutorial. Then we can scroll down. So basically, since it is a blog site, our main focus here is to make a reader or the visitor to read as much as article they can. So at the top here we can see we have some articles. Then again here in the below we have like 3 articles, and we can definitely change the layout of this thing, which I'll show you in the later video. So again we have like here 10 articles at one page, and it's up to you want to keep 10, 20 or even 5. And then at the below we have a pagination part like 1, 2 and next option is here. Then again if I go down, we have one trending section here where all the trending article will be shown here. Then if I go down here, you can see we have a footer section. So basically here we have like 3 widgets, and below that we have a footer section. So definitely we can keep here like 3, 4 or even 5 footer widgets. So basically many of the premium theme even don't provide 5 footer widgets, but Blocksy provide that even in their free version. And then if you go at the bottom, you can see here we have a copyright section, and then we have a social icons. And now let's open any one article and show you how it looks. So if I go here and click here, so here we can see we have a big picture here and the title of the article. Then if I go down, we have a share now option here, and this share now also have this WhatsApp option, which to apply this in other theme you have to install some external plugins. Now if you go down here, we can see here we have some different way of writing the article. Like we have this here, you can see the quotation section. Then if you go down, you can see here the gallery block section. Then we have a list block section and etc. I'll show you later how you can create these beautiful sections inside your WordPress blog. Okay, and then at the right side you can see we have a search option here. So this search option is also like a pictureable form. Like if you write here WordPress, the link will come along with some picture snippet at the side. Okay, and then we have a post section here, and then if you go down we have a category section, and definitely we can add like 2 more sections below to that as well. And then again at the bottom of the article we have again this share now option, and then we have this previous post and next post options, and then after that we have a related post option here, which you can definitely edit according to your requirement. And then we have a leave a reply option, so that the visitors can comment below after reading the complete article. After that we have again this trending now option here, so that visitors can read more and more article. And then again we have the similar footer section and the footer widgets. Okay, now let's see the third page, which is our about us page. So here is the about us page provided by the theme itself, because when we will import the pre-built theme we will get this about us page. But don't worry, I'll show you how you can edit this page and you can make it according to your requirement. And don't worry, for customization we are not using any external page builder. The Blocksy theme provides us a stackable page builder or the page editor. With the help of that we can edit and make beautiful pages. And then you can see there are like many features below, and we can definitely reuse these all sections in the different pages and the post of our websites. And then we have again the similar kind of section below. So I think I was able to give you a quick intro about the websites which we are going to create, and about Blocksy theme as well. And don't worry guys, if you are completely new to WordPress or completely new to web designing and these all things sounds alien to you, just don't worry, just stick with me till the end of this video. And at the end of this video you're gonna learn each and everything about web designing and how you can create an amazing website for your business or for your client using WordPress. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So guys, to create any type of website we basically need two things. One is hosting and the other is domain. So to explain you what is hosting and domain, here I'm going to give you an analogy. Let's say you have opened a bakery shop. Okay, so for opening a shop you need two things. One is the shop name, so that the people can know the shop name and come to your shop. And the next thing is the place or the area where your shop is gonna build and where you will be keeping all the stuffs for your shop. Okay, so here domain acts as a name of your shop basically, so that the people can know the name of a shop or the address of your shop and they can visit your shop. And the hosting here basically is the space or the land which is required to build your shop. Okay, so in somewhat technical term I can say that the domain here acts as the address or the URL of your site. Like for example google.com, facebook.com, hihimanshu.com, all these are the URL or the domain name of your site, so that the people can enter that address on their browser and they can visit your site. And hosting is like a virtual computer which is running 24/7, so that if anybody can visit your site at any time, they can find your site up and running. Okay, and that's why purchasing a good hosting comes out to be important, because your site speed, your site uptime speed, your site security and many other technical things depends upon the type of hosting or the quality of hosting which you are buying. So in the market there are like tons of hosting provider, but according to me or according to my experience, if you're just starting out and want a good hosting with a affordable price, you can definitely opt for Hostinger. So in the description below I have a Hostinger affiliate link. You can just click on that link, or you can go to a new tab and write hihimanshu.com/Hostinger and you will be redirected to a Hostinger page. So this is the page basically. So here you just need to click on the start now button, and then here you will see they have like 3 plans. Okay, so one is single web hosting, premium and business. So I've used this premium and business as well, but if you're just starting out you can opt for this premium web hosting. If you go down and you can see that at the cost of only 179 rupees per month, they are providing really good offers. Like you can host almost 100 sites upon one hosting, then you would get a free email, you would get a free SSL, and the best part is that you would get a free domain, and that also .com. And and apart from that they have like 30 days money back guarantee. Okay, so you need to just click on the add to cart button. So here now they will ask you that for how much long you want to buy this hosting. So for me, like if you are just starting out, just go for 1 year plan. Okay, so for 1 year you can see they have like a plan of 3526 rupees, and you can go down and choose your free domain as well. So like for example, if you are choosing something, okay, and here you can choose like .com and search. So if the domain is available, it will be automatically added to your payment summary or the order summary, and it would be costing you 0 rupees as it is free. So now the total price comes out to be 3540, and I think for a year plan this is one of the best pricing out there. And if you'll go with my affiliate link, you might get some extra or additional offer as well. So now you need to click on checkout now, and then now here you need to sign up with your Google or Facebook account, and then you can do the payment. Once you're done with the payment, you would get an email where there would be a dashboard link. Just click on that link, and if you don't get that email, no worries, just log into your Hostinger account and go to this hosting option. So there you will be able to see your domain and hosting basically, and in place of this manage button there would be like a setup button. So just click on that button and just do next, and you will be able to set up your hosting and domain. It's very easy, just follow the steps and I think you will be good. Once your setup is done, just click on this manage button here. So now I am showing you how you can install WordPress upon your hosting. Okay, so now here you need to go down and just click on this auto installer. Alright, and here if you scroll down, you will see your WordPress option is there. Just select that, and now here you need to choose the site. So basically in my case I have like 2-3 sites, so I'll be choosing my site. Now in place of HTTP, just choose HTTPS because you have only one domain. But in my case, since I have like 2-3 sites, I have HTTPS enabled only in one domain, so here I would be choosing HTTP, but you should choose HTTPS. Okay, so this would be administration, user and password. So this is very important as it will be your login ID and password for your Hostinger account. I will show you what does that mean. But here if you want to keep any particular username and password, you can keep it here, but for now I'm keeping it like admin and admin. And then here you can choose your website title. It's not important, you can change it later as well. And then go down and just click on this install button. So here it is asking to change the password, so I'll choose some tough password. Now click on install. So the installation of WordPress might take some time, but once it is installed, you can find your website link at the top here. Okay, now just right click here and go to open a new tab, and you can see your website is ready. But you can see this website looks very ugly and it's not very fascinating as well. So now you need to go to the dashboard or the admin panel of the WordPress and start creating your site. So for that, just go to the URL here, write /wp-admin and press enter. So now here you need to enter the username and password which you just created. So in my case it was admin and password, I'm not going to tell you. And then login. So finally we have logged into our WordPress dashboard, and from here we'll start customizing or creating our site. Okay guys, so let's take a break here and let's recap what we have done till now. So from starting, we have first seen what is hosting, what is domain, how we can buy the best hosting and domain, and also how we can set up our WordPress upon the hosting. Okay, so now finally we have set up the WordPress, and now the fun part begins, which is creating our website. So now let's see that. So before starting to create a website, let's first clean our dashboard. So for that, just go to screen option here at the top and uncheck all the stuffs here. Okay, I like to keep the dashboard clean before starting anything, and that's it. And you can see we can dismiss this as well. And yep, so now let's first install the theme. Okay, so just go down here, go to appearance and go to theme section here, and just click on the add new button here, and at the place of search theme, just search for the Blocksy theme, and just click on the install now. So once you have installed Blocksy, you will see here they have an option called install Blocksy companion. So this basically means that it is asking you to install some dependency for the Blocksy. So let's go ahead and click on this install Blocksy companion button, and here you can just choose skip. And now it is basically asking you some options here. So just go to start a site here, and here you can see Blocksy have a lot of starter site. So starter site basically means the pre-built theme which company has already made up for us. Okay, so let's first start here with the starter site, and then later we will customize that site and we will learn about all the features of the Blocksy. So for now, since we are creating a blog website, you can just go down and choose here this Blocksy news starter theme. Okay, now just click on this import option. So it will ask you to install all the child theme. Just keep it checked and click on next. It will ask you to install these two things. It's fine, just click on next, click on install. So finally the complete theme is imported. Just click on this view site, and now here you can see the complete look of the site has been changed here, right? So now you can say that okay, the site is created, now I should just start writing blog article and my job is done. But actually no, you need to learn the editing or the customization. Let's say for example, you don't want this black color top bar at the top, or you want to reduce the width of this header section, or let's say you don't want this button at the right side, or anything per se. Like if you want any customization, you need to know the things like how you can do that. Okay, and that's why this video is for. Here I'm gonna show you step by step from the starting how you can change, edit or play around with all the stuffs here using Blocksy theme editor. So let's get started. Okay, so to start the customization, let's first go to the WordPress dashboard. So this is the WordPress dashboard. Just go here, go to appearance section and click on customize. So now you can see that you are getting this hamburger icon. If you want to see all the this pages here, just click Control minus and you can see all the pages. Okay, so let's first start with the customization. So I'm gonna show you step by step all the processes here. So first let's start with this top bar. So let's first understand what this top bar, what this main row is. So if you click on this main row, okay, so you will get this three section here. Okay, one is the top bar, second one is the main row, and third one is the bottom row. So here in Blocksy theme editor, the header section is divided into three parts basically: top row, main row and the bottom row. If you want, you can keep any row, and if you want, you can delete any row as well. Okay, so in this case, as you can see, the bottom row has been removed. Okay, and we have this top row and the logo. So let's now play around with this. So first is the menu. So this menu basically stands for this one, this partner, press, about and useful, and at the right you can see social and search. Okay, so here all these are like this one, this is the social and here is the search button. Okay, and the second row is the main row. So main row stands for the logo, here you can see, and at the right side you can see here we have this pages, which is menu 1, and this is the contribute, which is a button. So let's say that I don't want this contribute button here. So what I'll do, I will just go to the main row here and just click cross and the button will be gone. Yep, it's that easy. Okay, so let's say I want to now edit this logo section. Just click here on the logo and you will get this. Okay, just hang on. So if you will hover over this logo, you will get this 3 dots here. Okay, just click on that and you will be redirected to the logo editing section. So here is the logo. Let's say I want to reduce the size of the logo. Just go here and let's say out of 20, instead of 20 I want it 15, and the logo size is reduced. Okay, if you want to change, just go here, edit it, and you can choose your own logo and you can paste it here. Okay, so this is done. Now let's say I want to reduce the whole section. As you can see, the main row is quite a bit large. Okay, I want to just reduce the width. So do one thing, just click on this main row here. So basically if you click on any section, at the left side that customization option will be opened. Okay, so let's say I want to reduce it from 120 to let's say 60, or let's keep it 65, and yep, it's looking good. Okay, now let's say I don't want this top bar at all. So what to do, just click on this top bar. Okay, and so it will come here. You can see all the 3 sections, top row, main row, and the bottom row will come here. Let's say I don't want this top bar, then what to do, then just click cross and remove all the sections here. Okay, but prior to that I want this search option to be at this main row. So what to do, just drag this search option at the after menu 1, and you can see here the search bar has came to the main row. Now we can remove this top row. Just cross here and just cross here, and if no section is there, then automatically that row would be removed. See, it is removed. Okay, now let's click on publish. Okay, so now let's say I want to change the background of this header section. Okay, so just go to main row here. If you click on the main row, you will get this section here. Just go to design section, and you can see here the background option is there. Just click here and let's choose any color. So for now I'm choosing this color, and it will become like this. You can choose any color according to your need. You can even choose gradient as well. Just go to gradient here, and you can just play around with multiple colors, and you can just do whatever you want. Many of the free version of the themes don't provide this gradient option, but Blocksy gives it for all free. So I want only one color, so let's choose this one, color 3. Okay, I'll show you how to get this one, this color 1 2 3 4 5 6 in the later tutorial. Okay, so that is done. Now you can see we can't see the pages section here because all are like darker color. So first we need to change the color of this pages. So what to do, just go to this 3 dots here. You will come to this pages option. Now here you can see there are like too many options how you want to show your pages option. Like there are type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, but type 1 looks good, and I would suggest you as well to keep type 1 only. So now let's go to the design part here, and here you can see the font color. So this is the font color of this pages. So just click here and let's keep it white. So you can see, we can see here all have been changed to white. And the hover color, hover basically means when you put your mouse here, then what color should be it. So it's fine, I think this blue color is fine, but if you want to change it, let's keep it a light white. Okay, so if I go here, I can see it's changing, so it's looking fine. Okay, so and also you can change the this logo as well according to the background. Okay, now let's do one more thing. Let's change this search button here. Okay, so what to do, just hover over it and you will get this 3 dot, click here. Okay, so now you will come here at this search result. So now let's first increase the icon size of this search bar. Okay, so let's keep it I think how much, 16 is fine. So you can see this icon bar is changing. Okay, now let's say if I click over here, some pop-up is coming. So let's say you want to change this search, okay, this text. So let's go here and instead of search, write search the article or something like that. Okay, and now if I go here, you can see it's changed. Okay, so you can just play around with it. Like suppose we want to change this one, this the icon color here, then go to design here. Okay, and let's play around with the search button color. Okay, so let's do it, the initial color should be I think white. okay, and this color should be the color 3. Okay, this is a hover color. Okay, so let's make it as this one, and let's keep the search icon color as white. So now it's looking fine. Okay, and if I hover over it, I want is to alter, I mean the icon will become a color 3, I mean white. Okay, and this one will become color 3. So basically what I've done, I have interchanged the hover option. Like if I hover over it, see, it will be interchanged. And you can do hell lot of stuffs here. You can even change the modal background here. Let's say instead of black, I want to keep it color 3. So this is fine. Okay, and yep, you can play around with it as much as you can, but I've shown you the all the important stuffs here. Okay, and I think almost we are done with this header section here. And as I told you, if you want to add or edit anything, just hover over this main row and you can go here and play around with it. Like you can see here, there's like container structure. If you choose boxed, the size will be reduced. If you choose full width, it will take the full width, but I think default looks fine. Now see how this will be looking in our mobile version or the tablet version. So if I click here, you can see here is the mobile option. So okay, now we are not able to see this hamburger icon here, right? So what to do, just click on this off canvas here, go to design here, and let's choose the icon color. Okay, and so this, let's choose it, let's make it white. And okay, no, this is not the option. Let's first keep it as it is. Let's go to general. Okay, I found it. So it took me some time to find out, but I found it. What to do, if you want to change this this hamburger option here, just go to this header option here. Okay, and go to this trigger option. Okay, this trigger is the option here, and now you can change it. Like let's say I want to keep it white, just click here, icon color should be white. Okay, now it is white, right? So, and if you want to change the shape here, you can change the shape as well, but I think this 3 bars are enough. If you want to change the size, you can change the size as well, right? And again, you can choose like simple, outline, or solid. Simple is fine. Okay, and if I click here, you can see we are getting like this address here as well. I don't want this. So what to do, just click on this off canvas. Okay, so there are like 3 options here in the off canvas. One is the off canvas menu, which is these 4 options. Second one is the HTML, which is this option, and third one is the social, which is this option. So I don't want this address here, so just cross here and the address will be removed. And if you want to change all these, like the background color and the hover effect and all that, you can definitely do that. Just go to off canvas here and go to design here, and you can play around with all the stuffs. Okay, so this is also done, and let's make it computer view once again. And yep, it's looking fine. Let's just update it and see how it's looking. And yep, it's looking really good, I think. And one more thing, like we can change this drop down options as well. I think I haven't shown you that. So to do that, let's go back here, let's go to general option here, or let's just go here and click on this main row. Okay, let's go to design, and here you can see the shadow option is here, right? I don't think it's a shadow. Yep, my bad. Let's go to this option here, let's go to this pages option and click on this 3 dots. Okay, you will come to this option here. Now you can see here one is drop down option is here, right? Now here you can play around with the drop down. Like for example, let's see, I want to make it solid color, I want to make it border box color. Okay, so what does that mean? When you hover it, automatically one box will be created. Okay, but I want to keep it simple. Now let's say drop down reveal effect, how it should be revealed. If I make it like inner reveal, and if I click here, see, it will come from inner. okay, but default is fine. And let's say one more thing. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of difference between this pages and this drop down option. I want to reduce that. How to do that? Just go to this drop down top offset and reduce it. Okay, let's see, I will make it 9. I have made it 9. Okay, let's go here. Okay, I think it haven't removed, so let's make it 5. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. Okay, and now top down width is 200 pixel. It's fine. Now let's go to design here, and let's say you want to change, okay, like this item divider is here now. You want to just remove this dotted lines here. Then do one thing, just click on this one and make it none. Now see, it's gone. And rest I think you can play around with it. Okay, but most of the changes are done. Again, I'll show you how to go to this drop down effect. Just hover over this, go to this 3 dots here. Okay, and once you have reached here, just scroll down, you will see your drop down options, and then you can play around with it. Okay, now let's make it publish, and yep, it's looking better now. Okay, yeah. So I think I've missed one more feature of the header, which is how to make your header transparent or sticky. So for that, you need to go to this header section here. Okay, then go to this header option at the top and click on this global header option. Here you can see we have two options, sticky functionality and transparent functionality. So basically, if I check this sticky functionality, so this top header will become sticky. Like for example, let me first update it, and you can see right now if I scroll down, my header is going, okay, it's going up. But if I refresh it, okay, so now you can see if I scroll down, the header is sticking at the top, but you can see the color of the header is white. Okay, so we need to fix this one first. So let's go back again. Okay, and let's go to this main menu here, and let's go to design, and you can see here we have a sticky state here. Okay, so here we can just click over here and choose the color 3, so that now if we scroll it, see the color remains the same. And let's publish it. So this, I think many of the themes don't provide this sticky option in the free version. We need to add some external plugin also, but Blocksy gives everything by default. Okay, and I forgot to tell you one more thing. If I go back here, if I go to header, global header, you can see we have like 6 options here. So basically, as I told you, we have here 3 options: top row, the main row, and the bottom row. So any of the 3 row or all of the 3 row, you can make it sticky here. So here basically I have only one header, that's why I'm not going to show you, but if you have like bottom row and top row as well, you can make that sticky as well. Okay, alright, so now we're done with the header now. Okay, so now let's go back here. I think I have missed this general section, so let's see this general section as well. So click on here. So basically this will basically show the general setting or the general customization for your site. Like for example, if I go here on the layout section, here it will say that how much width you want to keep of your entire site. Let's say for example, if I go here and let's choose this 1590, let's reduce it. Okay, so you can see the left and right side of this complete page or the complete site is reducing. See, right? But I think the default layout is fine, or you can make it like 1260 or 50, around that. Okay, now here comes the content area spacing, which means that the top space and the bottom space of the content. Okay, but I think this 60 is fine. And then the narrower content max width and width alignment. So I think all the default setting here are fine. Now let's go to this button section. So here it will show you like what kind of button by default you want. Like anytime you create any button, this setting will be applied here. Of course, you can change the setting later on, but yes, this is the default setting for a button. Okay, and you can change that if you want. Like for example, we are keeping this color, so we can keep the button color as color 3. Okay, so here you can see all the buttons, okay, like this trends and all that. And even at any place, if any button is there, the format has been changed. Okay, now let's go back. Now let's see breadcrumb. Okay, now what does this mean? So breadcrumb basically means the this part. I'll show you. Let's open any article. Okay, so breadcrumb basically means separator, but I don't think in this blog we have any breadcrumb made. Okay, so no need to worry, that is not that important. Okay, I could have shown you, but we don't have any breadcrumb right now. Okay, let's go to this form elements. So form element basically means that what shape you want to keep for your form. So where is the form here? Let's go to contact. Okay, and here you can see we have a form. Let's choose this one. Okay, so if I choose here, you can see the effect has been changed, and if I choose it back here, see, it will become boxed. Yeah, so and you can choose the below options and change the form looks and all that, but I think for now you don't need to do this. Now let's go to entry content. What's this? This is comfortable. Okay, vertical space between entry content elements and blocks. Okay, now I'll show you that. So basically this is mainly for the article writing. Like you can see the paragraph spaces are automatically made. So basically here you can choose how much space a paragraph should have. So let's go back now, and then we have an option here like social network account. Like you can enter all the social network here. Wherever in your site you will choose any social network, automatically that link will be added. Okay, and rest I think most of the sections are like self-explanatory, and you don't need to know like each and every part here, but I have tried to explain you most of the important stuffs here. Okay, so our general is done, our header is done. Now let's hop on to footer. Okay, so as you can see here, footer also have somewhat similar section like the header. Like in the header we have top row, middle row and the bottom row. Same sections are in the footer as well. So let's first scroll down and see our footer. Okay, so if I click here on edit, you can see here like we have 3 sections. Okay, let's come from top. Okay, let's click on here edit. Okay, so basically when it says like 3 options here, so these are the 3 options, 1, 2 and this 3. How do I know that? I can see here I have a social icon, and here I have a social icon. I can see here I have a footer menu, and here I can see the footer menus. Then if I go down, I can see here that I have widget 1, 2, 3, and similarly I have here widget 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and if I go down, I have a copyright section, and I can see that copyright here as well. Okay, so let's first start with the top one, that is top bar. So basically I don't want this top bar at all. I just want this widget section, and then I want this copyright. But what I want is that I want this social icons to be at the copyright part. So how to do that? So I can see here that the footer or the copyright part has taken a complete section here, but to add this social icon I need to make it 2. So how to do that? First click here on edit. Okay, and then instead of this column 1, choose column 2, and you can see automatically one space or one more column has been added. Now you can just go to social and drag it to here, and as you can see this one is added, right? But it's not properly aligned. So what to do? I will choose this one. I think here it means that the left column is around 75% and the right is 25. So I'll choose this one, and automatically my this column will be shifted. Or even I can choose this one as well and say it's going like at more corner side. Okay, and yep, this is looking good. And now let's remove this one. So just go here and click on cross, and the complete top bar has been removed. Okay, now we have only two section, which is widget section and the copyright or the footer section. So now let's edit this widget section first. Okay, first let's change the background color. Okay, so I'll go here on the edit part and let's go to design, and let's see widget font color, background color. Okay, row background color. Okay, so just click here and let's choose column 3, or sorry, the color 3, because I want to keep the header and the footer color same. So yep, it's changed. I will fix this text thing. Okay, now let's go down to the copyright section and let's make it a more darker. Okay, so if I click here, edit, go to design, and then row background, just click here and choose a bit darker. Okay, so the rule says that, I mean, not the rule but the usual designing says that your footer section should be more darker compared to your footer widget section. Okay, but it's up to you, you can choose whatever you want, but I think this one is looking fine for now. Okay, now let's fix first the text here. So I'll go here, I'll click on the edit, I'll just hover over here and I can see here the 3 dots, just click here. Okay, now you can change it. Now go to design, and now font color you can choose white. You can see here, right? Now let's link initial should be, I can make it like a bit faded, and hover color I can make it column 3. Okay, so yep, this is looking fine now. And then let's fix this one as well. So I'll hover over here and click on this 3 dots, and let's remove first something. I don't want this Pinterest here, I've removed it, and rest is fine. Let's go to design and let's choose your icon color to be white, and yep, and on hover I want it, I think blue is looking fine, but let's make it like this color. Okay, let's first make this one as white, and hover color should be this color. Yeah, or I can make it like a bit faded white. Yep, this is looking fine for me. Okay, and now let's fix this one, the footer widget section. Okay, so to fix this, let's first go to edit section. Okay, and here it's up to you, you want to like what should be the width of everything. Okay, first let me fix the text so that it will be easier for us to see. Okay, so for fixing text, let's first go to design, and here you can see we have a widget title font color. Let's make it white. So basically all the title of the widget will become white, right? And then let's go down, let's see widget font color. Okay, so let's make this white as well. See, now it's looking beautiful. And I think the link is fine, the link will turn blue, which is looking fine. Okay, let's say I don't want this one. Okay, instead of this 2 widgets I want only 1 widget, like I don't want this useful information part here. So what to do, just go to edit section here and see we have here 2 options. One is there about us and the other is useful information. Just click here and just click on remove, and it's gone. And now I want some text. So what I will do, I'll go to this contact info here, I'll just click here, I'll just cut this part, and I'll go to about us, and at the top I will paste it. Let's make it visual. Can't see anything on visual, no worries. Let's make it done. Okay, and publish. Don't worry about this what I just did. Okay, because in your case I think visual will come, but for me, due to some network issue, this is not popping up, that's why it shows text, but for you I think visual should come. Okay, done. And then let's see how it is looking. So yes, I can see everything here, but I think we have missed one thing. We have not checked it for mobile version. Okay, so for that let's go back again and let's click here on the phone part. Okay, so now you can see all are left aligned, so let's fix some of them. Like for example, here I want this to at the middle, and let's do individually. Okay, like for example, I'll go to this copyright section here, I'll go to here, yeah, horizontal alignment, and then click here center. Now it has gone, now it has came to center. Similarly for this one, see, if you can't see the three dots here, just go below and choose this part, social, and here again I will scroll down and I will make it center. And yes, and don't worry, this changes are only for the mobile version. If you go to this PC section, you will see default alignment is here. And now same for tablet, we can fix it. For tablet, I'll go down, and for this one let's go to copyright, and horizontal should be at the center. And similarly for this one, let's go to social, and horizontal should be center, center. Yeah, now this is looking fine. You can make this all also at the center, but I think this is looking fine. Okay, so let's make it publish. So now the fourth part is a sidebar section. So basically if you'll go here, it means this part, the right part, is the sidebar. So basically I will come to sidebar section once I will teach you about the blog and single post. Okay, but for now what I'll do is that I don't want this sidebar at the home page at all. So what I'll do, I'll just hover over here, click on edit. Okay, and just go back and scroll down, and this sidebar is there, just uncheck it. So what this will do, from the blog post it will remove the sidebar option here at all. But don't worry, once you will go to the individual blog, you can see the sidebar, which I will show you later once I will teach you the blog section or the blog post part. Okay, now it's looking good. Now just publish, and let's see. So yeah, now it's looking like more professional. Okay, and if you want, you can just structurize this as well. I'll show you how you can do that. Go back, see here blog structure is there, right? In blog structure, like I want this type, I will click here, see, and the structure is changed. Or I will click here, the grid portion, and you can see this is the structure. But I think the default structure was good, which is enhanced grid, but it depends upon you, you can play around with it. Okay, and don't worry, I'll come to this blog post part again. Okay, now just publish it, and let's go back. So here we are done with the general, header, footer, sidebar. Now let's go to the colors. So colors basically means the default color of your complete site. Okay, so here you can see we have a global color palette. Okay, which means that every color resembles some different thing. Like for example, you can see here the text is white and the background is the blackish type. Okay, and then you can see the text here is like a faded type. So basically all this comes into default color. So if you want to change any color, you can definitely go inside any post or inside any particular section and change it individually, or from here you can change it globally. Like for example, if I click here, you can see Blocksy by default give like, you know, I think around 15 color palette, which means that if you choose any different color, the whole color of your site will be changed. I am not gonna choose because I have made some changes at the top and bottom here, so it will disturb that. So but for you, like if you don't want to play around with the colors, you can just choose any one color palette and it will automatically fix all the colors of your site. Okay, so I think you got that. So Now the next part is typography. Let's go here. Typography basically means the text or the font of your site. Okay, so like base font here, if I come here, you can see it's a simple dummy default. You can play around with it, like if you want to keep it Verdana. Okay, so you can see all the font structure has been changed. Like I like to keep it Montserrat. Yeah, now it's looking fine. Let's go back here. So this is the base font basically, which means that if you choose this one, all the text or all the font in the complete site will be changed. But if you want to like change individually, like heading 1 should be some different font, heading 2, 3, 4, and button should have some different font, then you can do that as well. Okay, so I think you have understood it and you can play around with it if you want. Now let's make it publish and let's go back. And we have again one more section which is called performance section. So it basically improves the performance or the speed of your site, which means that if you have some emojis, you can basically disable or enable that, or you can add that lazy load image feature and all that. Okay, but for now I don't think it is that much important. Once the site is ready and a good amount of traffic is coming, then you can think about the performance and all. Okay, so I think we are completed with the general options. Now let's come to post types. Let me first explain the difference between blog post and single post. Many people get confused in this part only. So basically if I go to my site, you can see the pages or the section of your page where you can see the list of your blogs. Okay, that becomes your blog post page. Okay, not a single post, the list of posts where you can see your complete post at one page. Okay, that becomes your blog post. And single post basically means if I click on any one of the blog article, then here this page basically or this post basically becomes the single post. Okay, so I hope you got the difference. Now let's start editing with the blog post section. So if I click here, you will get here like n number of options. So here basically we have like 5 structures in which way you want to display your blog section basically. So I think this one, enhance grid, is fine for me. Now if you go down, you can see here card options. Okay, just click over here, and this is important. Okay, just pay your close attention here. So let's match. So this is the trend basically here stands for this post meta. Like if I go here in the drop down option, you can see we have a category option. Let's say I want to add one more option like publish date. Okay, and I will click on add. See here, this section has automatically been added. Okay, so it depends upon you what you want to add here. So for me, like I want this category section only, but I don't want this button option. I want something like this one, like text option. So basically first I will remove this publish date option here, and then in category part I will click on this drop down option, and instead of button I'll choose here default, or I can choose here underline option as well. And now you can see the design has been changed. Okay, now I'll show this title section. So here you can see we have like 5 options here: H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. So basically these are the font sizes. So instead of H2 I can choose like H3 as well, or I can choose H1 as well, and you will see the font size is changing accordingly. Okay, but by default I think H2 is fine for the SEO as well, so you should keep H2 as a heading. Now let's hop on to feature image. So here you can see in this feature image like we have 3 options. Okay, so if I choose here original, you can see the image will become of that size which was originally. Okay, but I think they have customized it by their own, and I think predefined is fine. Okay, and now we also have a hover effect for that. Like if I go here and choose this zoom out, and now if I hover over the image, you can say it's hovering, right? Now if I hover over the image, you can say it's hovering, right? Yeah, but I think the lesser the CSS or the style part, the more faster your site would be. So try to keep as much less customized as you can. Okay, now let's hop on to this accept option. So accept or accept basically means this text part. Okay, so here you can see we have like 12. So 12 means like 12 words are there. So if I increase the word count 13, you can see one more word would be added here, right? So you can keep it like 13 or around 10. Okay, and now we have a read more option. So by default this option is disabled. So if I enable it, you can see we can see the read more option in all the block section. Okay, I think it's looking good, we can keep it. Okay, now divider is basically a line would come at the below that you can see. And now let's go to the card type. So basically this card gap and card inner space means the gap between two cards. Okay, so card basically means one block section. Okay, one of the block section. So if I increase the space, you can see the space between two cards are increasing accordingly, but let's keep it default. And card inner spacing means that the spaces inside the content of the card. Okay, that you can also change accordingly, but I think the default options are fine here, so let's leave it to that. Now let's check the design option here. So design basically means, as I told you, one is the option which is the common color option for your site. Okay, and one is the option which you can individually change for every section. So this is the part where you can individually change the color option for your site, but what I would recommend, try to keep it common for all the sites so that the color consistency is maintained. Okay, and with that said, I think we are done with this blog section. Now let's go to the single post section. So before explaining a single post, let's first open a post here. Alright, so this is a single post here, and now let's see the options. So let's click on single post option here. Now you can see here we have like 4 designs. Okay, so if I scroll down, I can see I don't have any right sidebar here, but I need a sidebar. So I'll go here and I will choose this right sidebar option. And now you can see we got this sidebar at the right. Okay, and then if I scroll down, you can see we have 4 options here. So this basically says the vertical spacing, like the space between the top part and the bottom part of your article. So if you want to keep only space at the top, you can choose this, only bottom this, or if you don't want to keep the space at all, you can choose this one. But let's keep some space at the top and bottom, so I think this is fine. Now let's see each and every section. Okay, at the top you can see we have a featured image. So if I take this, you can see we got this image section here, but I don't want this because we already have the featured image at the back part. Okay, so let's undo it. Now you can see we have a post tag option. So here we don't have any tag already, so this is fine. Okay, we don't need this option. Now if I go to share box option, so share box basically means, if I scroll down, you can see we have this option, right, the sharing. So this is the share box option. If I click on this arrow section here, and now you can change this share box option. Okay, like for example, if I show you, I want this WhatsApp option as well, so I'll just check it, and I got the WhatsApp share. I don't want this Pinterest option here, so I can just remove it and it will be gone. Yep, it's that easy. And now let's say go to the design, or let's say go to this top option. So this basically means that I want to keep this share box option at the top and at the bottom as well. So if we'll go up now, and you'll see we got this share box option at the top as well. Okay, so that it becomes convenient for the reader to share at the top or at the bottom. Okay, and you can play around that. There are like too many options. If you'll go to design part, you can change the border option, or you can change the color option of the icon as well. So there are like many options, you can play around with it. Okay, now let's go back again, and now let's go to this author box. Okay, so basically author box means, I'll show you, just watch here. Okay, after this share box section, if I'll check this author box, you can see this author box has been created. Since I've not edited, it's showing like this, but here you can put your own image and some text, and then author box will come. Okay, it depends upon you want to keep it or not. For now I am unchecking it. Now let's go to this post navigation option. So this basically means this one, this section. Okay, if you go on this arrow part, you can again edit and play around with this navigation option, like you want to keep it on the phone or not, you want to show it on the desktop or not, and then you can change the design here as well. Okay, and then if I go down, we have this related post option. So here you can see again we have this option. So basically for every section we have a lot of editing option here. So basically you just need to click on this arrow part, and then you can just play around with all the editing here, like how many previous and next post you want to show here. You can choose this, what category of post you want to show here, you can choose that as well. So I leave it up to you, you can just play around with it as much as you can. And then we have a comment option. So comment basically means, if I go down, this is the comment option here. Okay, you want to keep it or not, let's keep it. Okay, and with that we are done with our single post option as well. Okay, so once you start playing around with the with the editing option, it will become very easy for you and very convenient for you to change. Okay, and now let's see one more important thing. Many of the people get confused in that part only. So I've got many comments, okay, like how to remove this section. So it's very easy actually, just click on this edit option here. Okay, or also if you want to go to this section, you can do this thing, just go back here, just click on this arrow section after the post title. Okay, you will come to this part. Now here you can see this title is basically this title, this except is basically the below part, and the post meta is this one. So what I will do, I will just hide this post meta option, and see that part is gone. Okay, and so basically it's up to you what you want to keep here and what you don't. Like I don't want to show the accept option as well, so I can remove that as well. Just click on this one and it's gone. So yep. And guys, if you're thinking how to make like this section or how to make this section, then just don't worry, I will explain you how to make your article post attractive at the end of the video. Okay, so just hold on for that. And with that said, I think we are done with the single post section also. Now let's see this category option. So first of all, let's understand what is this category option. So basically let me first go to the home page, and like here you can see trend is one category and this art and design is the other category. So let's say if I click on this trend option, so basically category option is the thing that how you want to show your category page. Okay, and that is why Blocksy beats many of its competition, because it has a very granular editing options. Okay, like category option, I want to show my page something like this, so you can see this option. Okay, and if you'll again go to this card option, you will again get like hell lot of options here, like post meta, title and all that, and you can play around with it as well. Okay, now let's go back. Now you can see we have a author page option. Again you'll click on that, and again how you want to show your author page, that is also structured here. So basically all the options are like same, just the heading or the category is different. You can play around with it. Now if you go to this search page, so again, which means that if you'll go here and search something, then how you want your article or the post to be displayed, that is again this option. This again shows the granularity level. Okay, and so basically you can just check all these options. It's pretty similar to the single post option. Okay, now let's go to this trending post option. So what is this? If you scroll down, you will see this section here, right? The trending now option. This basically is the trending post option. So first of all, it's up to you want to keep this or not. So if you want to keep it, it's fine. Now so to edit this, so basically first now edit the title. So instead of trending now, I want to keep it you may also Okay, and now if I go to the design part here you can see if you want to change the individual coloring option here or not. Like suppose I want to change the background color, so I'll just click here and I will, so they have like pattern option, image option, color option, and even gradient option as well. So for this, let's try gradient option here, and I'll make it something like darkish, or I think it's not looking that great. Let's go to color option and let's keep it, yeah. So I think this is looking fine for now. Okay, and let's again go to this general option here, and again you can see like which category post you want to show here and what is the timing of the post means you want to show here. So there are like again a lot of options, you can play around with any of it. Okay, so let's go back again and let's publish now. So now our site is looking really good and decent. Okay, you can see we have made a lot of changes and we have made it really beautiful. So we are here at the last option, which is core option, and we will complete this, and after this we have like few more options which is also important. I'll show you that and then we will wrap up the video. Okay, so let's hop on to this site identity. So site identity basically means that what is the name of your site basically. Okay, and this is very much important for the SEO purpose because Google need to know the niche of your site, the topic or the area of your site. Okay, so let's say if I'm writing upon some technical gadgets, okay, so my site should be regarding that and my site tagline should also be regarding that. Okay, so basically this is the site icon. So site icon basically means that as you can see, so as you can see here, this part, okay, this earth section here, if you want to change it, if you want to put some icon here, you can do that as well. Okay, so this is basically site icon. Okay, now let's go back. Now let's go to menu option. So menu and this one widgets, these two things I'm gonna explain you externally because according to me we don't need to change menu from here. We have a separate option for changing menu and for widget, which I'm gonna show you, but I'll show you what does these two things means. So menu basically means the section here. Okay, like here we have Gutenberg blog pages, about us, content. If you want to put some more pages here, or if you want to change this option, like you can say I want some other drop down options here, then how you can do that. That is basically the menu. And the widget basically means this part, like widget. If I click here, see it is saying that we here this theme provides only 4 widgets, like 1 2 3, and we can add here one more widget as well. So basically one section is a complete widget, like contact info is a widget, about us is a widget, and popular post is a widget. Like for example, you can say that I don't want this contact info, I want something else in place of this, then we can do that as well, and I'm gonna show you right after this section. Okay, so basically menu and widgets are pending, which we'll see after this section. Okay, then home page setting. Home page setting basically means that what you want to show at the home page. So here it's chosen like your latest post. Okay, so basically whatever post we are posting, that will be popped up in the home page. Okay, now let's go back, and again we have this additional CSS option which we don't need to understand for now. And one more thing I need to explain you, like if I go to any post, like any single post, so here you can see we have this right sidebar here. Okay, but we haven't understood yet that how we can change the sections of the sidebar. Like suppose you don't want this search icon, or you don't want this post, or you want something else instead of this post, then how we can change that. So that also I'm gonna explain you right now. Okay, so let's first publish it. I think it's already published. Let's go back. So we are at the dashboard of the WordPress. Now let's come to appearance and click on this menu section. So first we are going to see how we can change this header section or the content of the header section. Okay, so as you can see here, we have here two options, like secondary menu and the primary menu. So first let's choose this main menu and click on select. So here you can see we have these all menu or the pages basically. Okay, like if you'll match here, see Gutenberg block is here, go here, see Gutenberg block, and inside that we have like 4-5 options. So here also same 4-5 options are there. Okay, so let's say I don't want these last two options. So what I'll do, I'll just click on here and I'll click on remove, and let's save menu. So if I go here, you will see we have these two options right now, but if I refresh it, the last two options are gone. Okay, similarly you can play around with it, like if you want to keep pages or you want to add more, like suppose I want to add one more page here. Okay, so what I will do, in the left side you can see we have this pages option, we have this post option, or even custom link option. So whatever you need to add here, you just need to drag it. Okay, like for example if I choose this view all, so here you can see we have like too many options. Let's say I want to add this one, this default width. Okay, what I will do, I'll just click here and click on add to menu, and you can see at the bottom it is added. And if I save here, and you can see that default width page is added here. Okay, so similarly you can just add or remove anything. Also I need to tell you one thing, after setting all this, you need to check this header menu option, so that all these sections or the pages should automatically come to the header part. Okay, similarly we have one more option like secondary menu. After creating this footer menu, you need to go down and check this footer menu here, right? Like if I'll choose this one, so automatically this will come checked, and then you have to save it, and so that the footer menu will automatically come below. Like in this site I didn't have that footer menu, but if you remember earlier we had here some pages. Okay, that was the footer menu. And along with that, as you remember, we have like three options: top menu, then middle, and then bottom. So you can even add your customized menu at the top menu as well, and at the bottom menu as well. Okay, now let's save it. So I hope guys you understood how you can change the content or the pages of the header and footer. Okay, now let's go to the second most important part, which is widgets. Okay, so here you can see if you go to appearance, we have this widget section. Just click on that. Alright, so here we can see we have like here widget 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so basically this means that here we can add almost 6 widgets. Okay, like I think in one section we can have like 2 widgets as well. Okay, so here 2, here 2, here 2, 6 widgets. Okay, like that. So if I click on this widget area 1, so here you have to understand that this is the widget 1, this is the 2, and this is 3. Okay, so if I go here and if I click on widget area 1, here we'll get this popular post. So popular post basically means this part, popular post. Okay, and if I go to widget area 2, you can see here we have this about us, which means this part. Similarly we have this contact info, I think on 3. Yeah, okay. So let's say you don't want this contact info here, you want something else. So what to do? First we need to remove this. So just click over here and go down, and here you can delete, or even you can edit this contact info. Like for example we have here 4 options. Okay, you can say that okay, I don't want this phone option, so you can go here and just click cross. Yeah, and then let's say you want this icon to be changed, like I want square instead of rounded. Okay, if I'll update it, then you will be able to see the changes. And let's say outline is fine, and let's save it. And here you can see the changes have been made. Okay, but for now I need to remove this. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go here and go and scroll down and click on this delete section, and the whole contact info section will be removed. And instead of that I want to add something else. So let's say for example I will be adding this pages section. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll click here on the pages. So here I want to add it on the third widget, so I'll just check this one and I'll click here add to widget, and you can see here it is added. Okay, and then again you can play around with it, like for example page title or something. Like here I want to write pages, and I will save it. And here you can see the pages section has been updated. And now you can say that okay, here too many pages are there, I need to remove some of the pages. So how to do that? Just go back here, go to pages, and you basically need to find out the the page ID which you can get going to this menu section, and just write all the page IDs here which you want to exclude, and the pages will be excluded, and then save it. Now let's understand the sidebar. So let's first go to any of the post here. Alright, so this is the sidebar here. As you can see here, we have a live search result at the top, then post section, and then we have some different sections at the bottom. Okay, so let's say I don't want this live search result, I want only search option here. Okay, so how to do that? Let's go to widget section again, and let's scroll down. Here you can see that at the main sidebar we have like 4 options. Okay, like search. Okay, so if you will match here search, then here we have a search, then here we have a post, then here again we have a post, then here we have a category, and then we have a category at the below. Okay, so let's say I want to change this one, so I'll click here and I will write here search, and I will just save it. Okay, and done. Let's see. Okay, so we have to refresh the page for every changes. So what I will do, first I will change all the required thing here, and then I will refresh the page. Okay, let's say in post section, let's change something. Let's say I want only 3 posts. Okay, here we have 5 posts, I want only 3 posts, then just make it 3. Yeah, and you can change even inside the post also, like you want to show this thumbnail or not, or which category post you want to show here, that also you can change here. Okay, let's save it. Then we have category section, so let's keep it, and let's remove something. So I don't want this quote section. So quote is basically like this one, this whole blue part, I don't want this. So what I will do, I'll just go down and I will delete it. Okay, and let's say I want to add something else here. So let's go here. So basically left you can see we have this available widgets. Okay, so these are the widgets which we can add here. So let's say I want to add this social icon, so I'll just click on this arrow down option, and I will choose main sidebar, and I will just click on add widget. You can see it has been added. Okay, and you can even change the position as well. Let's say I want this social icon to be at means above this category, so I'll just scroll it here, and it's done. Yep, it's that simple. Now let's go back and refresh the page, and you can see here, see at the right side, all the required thing has been changed here. Okay, we have this search, we have this post, that is only 3, then we have a social icon, and then we have a category. So this is a way how you can play around with the sidebar, and you can change according to your requirement. So there are basically too many options. You can just go through the options, and if you feel any option is important, you can just put it here. Okay, and with that said, we are done with the menu and the widget option as well. Okay guys, so till now I have explained you how you can edit your website, how you can edit your post section, but we haven't learned how we can edit our pages section. Okay, so now I'll explain you how you can edit or add pages. Okay, so let's go here, let's choose any page. So I'm choosing this about us page here, and as I told you, since we're not using any page builder like Elementor, so as we install the theme automatically install one block editor which is called Stackable. So we'll be using that to edit our pages. So let's click on this edit page option here. Alright, so guys, in any block editor we basically edit block wise. Like here every section becomes a block, like this complete section is a block, this complete section is a block. Okay, so let's edit the first block first. Okay, so here we have about a section. So let's say I want only about here. So what I'll do, I'll just hover over here and remove this about, I mean us, and the about is here. Now let's say I want to edit this paragraph. So I'll just click over here, the cursor will come, and I can just remove anything I want. Okay, and then you can update it here. Then if I go down here, let's say I want to add any one section here. Okay, so how to do that? If you hover over here, you will get a plus icon here. Just click here. Okay, and type here layout. You will get this design library, just click over here and then click on open design library. So basically Stackable has some of the inbuilt template as well, and you can just use this template and edit your site accordingly. So of course some are premium and some are free. Like you can see premium have some icons here, so let's choose any free one first. So let's say if I choose, okay, let's say if I choose this one, okay, call to action, I'll just click over here and it will be added here, right? Now let's understand how we can edit this. So click over here and you'll see here 3 dots, just click and we have this setting, hide more setting. So basically the setting has came here. If it has not come, like just click on this 3 dot and you can see here you have hide more setting, which means that the setting is already at the right side. So let's go here, let's click on this layout. So layout, we have basically 2 options, basic and plain. If I click on basic, see it will change, okay, but let's keep it plain. Then let's say I want to remove this background or change this background. I'll go to style. You can see here everything is here, like title, description, button, block background. So I'll click over here and I will remove this image and it's gone. And let's say I want to add something like this or this, okay, so this is added here, right? Now let's say I want to edit this button. Let's first start from starting. Title, okay, so title is here, just click over here and you can choose what size you want, what color you want, okay. Now let's say subtitle, I mean description, I don't want this one, so I'll just uncheck it and it will be gone. Let's say I want to change this get code, I'll just click over here, or you can see we have a button section here, just click over here and you can see we have like 4 options: basic, ghost, plain and link. I want the basic is fine, and let's change the color. Let's say I want the background of the color to be like blackish type, and the text of the this get code should be like white, okay. And let's change the hover effect. So here you can see we have a hover option, okay. I want to change the color, so basically here you can see hover color. I'll click over this pencil icon, and when I will hover it, the background should become white and the text should become darker. Let's see, yeah, okay. So it's similar like other block editors, only you just need to understand the flow. And let's change it, let's change the typography as well. Click over here and let's make it Muli. Yes. And now you can say that okay, I want some more space at the top and the bottom. Then go to advanced here, go to this block spacing, and then you can see this is the padding here. Let's say I will increase the top padding and I will increase the bottom padding as well, and you can see more spaces have came, okay. Then you can just update it. Also if I scroll down, you can see we have our story section. So basically to edit any section here, just click on that and you would get at the top editing section here. Like for example, I want to change this image, then just click here and click on this replace button and you can upload or edit your image here, okay. Similarly if I scroll down, you will get like many more sections, okay. Like for example, in this section I want this image or the icon pack to be in the center. So what I will do, I'll just click over here. I will see at the right side I have this image option, okay. I'll just click over here and I will click on this alignment and choose this align center, and see it will automatically come to the center. And let's say I want this complete part to be in the center. So what I will do, just click this entire section here, okay, and go to style and then go to general and click this align center, and you can see everything is aligned in the middle. So similarly for every section we have the editing option and you can edit it accordingly. But frankly, this Stackable don't have like too many editing option like Elementor, but of course it will do your job and you can make a pretty good page with the help of this block editor as well. So guys, again you can see that we have a huge amount of gap here at the top and the bottom. Then how to reduce that? Just click over this section, just go to this advanced option here. I think now you are comfortable with it. Just go to this block spacing and then reduce the top margin basically. So you can see this space is going less, but since we have chose margin, the entire block is going up. Okay, so let's first click on reset here and let's go to this block padding. Okay, and here we need to reduce it. So if I reduce it, let's make it like 30, and you can see the space is reducing, or I can make it 20. Yeah, it's looking good now, and now we can update it. So basically guys, I was able to give you a basic idea about how you can play with Stackable and how you can edit or create any blog with the help of this block editor. Okay, and with that we are done with this section as well, and now we'll hop on to the last section. As I told you, I'll be explaining you how we can add sections in our blog. Okay, like blog article, that I'm gonna show you now. Okay, so to edit any blog, let's first open any article first. Okay, so I'll go down, I'll open this article, and here I'll click on this edit post option. Alright, now you can see this is a very plain blog. Okay, let's make it beautiful. So first let me show you some of the options which we can use here. So I'll go down, I'll just press enter here, and you'll get a white space. Okay, and here you can see the plus option here. Just click on this plus option and click on this browse all. At the left side you will see the list of widgets or this section which you can add on your blog. Like for example, let's say I want to add this advanced heading, or let's say I want to add this advanced text option. Okay, I'll just click here and you can see that section is added here. Okay, now let's see on the right side. Here you can see the layout plane. Here I'll choose this site title, and now you can see it's looking pretty good. And now we can add something of our own. Okay, like for example, I copy this text here. Yeah, and now we can update it. Let's add again some more features. Okay, so I'll click on this add block, I'll click on this browse all. Here you can see we have like some more feature, like we can choose this notification section here. Okay, so this you can see it's looking pretty good. Now let's first edit the color and all. So I'll go on the right part here, let's choose plain. Okay, so plain is not looking that great, so let's choose it basic, and let's go to style. Here I will go to this container option, and you can see this background option. Okay, just click on this background and you can change the background color of this section. Okay, so I'll choose this one. Yeah, it's looking good now, and you can also even put some background image as well, but that is not required for now. And then you want to keep this title or not. Let's say I don't want to keep this title, so I can remove that. Okay, and I want to change some button style. I want to make it like basic button. So this is looking good, and hover effect is also good. Okay, and let's update it. Yeah, similarly there are like few more options. Like I'll go to add, I'll go to browse now, and let's see. So we have again this call to action. So here you can see we have this block. Okay, now I'll go to the right side, I'll go to style and go to container. Let's see, I want to change this background color. Yeah, and then I want to change this button color. So I'll go to this button, I'll choose this one, and I'll make it white. Yeah, so basically you can just play around with it. There are like too many sections, and if I'll start explaining all the section, entire video will take that up. So I'll try to make another video upon all the features of this stackable, but right now I think you got the idea like how you can edit. Okay, like let's add some picture as well. So I'll go down, I'll make one more section here, plus browse all. Here you can choose something like, we have this gallery option here, okay, or media and text. Just choose this one. So here what we can do, here we can upload any image, or let me see if we have any image already. Yeah, so we can add this image, select, and here you can write the content. Okay, like for example I'll copy some content. Just click over here, paste it. Okay, now you can see it's looking pretty good. Okay, I'll go to plus again, I'll go down, so we add like one more feature here which we call it like accordion. Yeah, so let me choose this section here. So this accordion basically means like this drop down. Okay, so this is also good. Let me update everything and let me see how it's looking. Okay, I'll go to view post, let's scroll down. Yeah, so you can see we have added this section, then we have added this section, then we have added this image section. I think it's not fitting. Okay, let me reduce the size. I'll go here, I'll choose this, instead of large I'll make it normal, or let's make it medium, and let's reduce the image size also. You can even reduce from here, see. Yeah, and now let's update it, and now refresh it. Yeah, you can see now it's looking fine. Now we have this title for this blog section, which is also looking good, and then we have this section. Okay, so basically you can edit any section you want, and you can put whatever style you want here. But ideally I would recommend you that if you are writing article, try to focus more on the article and the SEO part rather than styling it or customizing it. So I hope guys I was able to explain you how you can make your blog article beautiful with the help of stackable features. Okay, so basically I think there are more than 50 options. You can just play around with this section, just import any section and check if it works for you or not, and you can make your site beautiful. Also guys, if I'll scroll down, you can see we have a embed option here, which means that you can embed your social icon and even YouTube videos as well, so you can try that too. But I'll tell you, instead of focusing on the design and beautifying, you should focus more on the quality and the SEO part, so that your blog article should rank and you can get more traffic. Okay, and with that we are done with the blog part also, and I think everything is covered now. So I hope guys I was able to explain you how you can create an amazing and beautiful website with the help of WordPress and Blocksy. I know guys the video went quite a bit long, but there are a lot of things which we have covered in this video. I would recommend you to watch the video twice or thrice, so that you don't miss any important features of Blocksy or WordPress, and you get comfortable with Blocksy and WordPress, so that you can create an amazing site for yourself, for your business, or for your client. And guys, if you find the video informative and helpful, do consider liking and subscribe to the channel, and please press that bell notification so that you get a notification every time I upload an important video. Okay, with that said, thank you for watching guys. See you next time. Take care.